Live from Terre Haute, Indiana.
We haven't done a live in a long time.
We have nothing alive and
quite a lot of things.
Oh!
Alright.
I feel like a sardine.
You look like a sardine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dean.
You want to see misery? Look at Steve right now.
I'm not happy about this. No part of this.
He doesn't like touching or anything else. We just packed him right in with us, and he went to sit beside Whitney, and then said, "No, I'm sitting here."
Oh.
So what's going on, everybody?
We are
A lot of shit going on.
live. Long time no see. This is correct.
So introduce Whitney.
Yep. So
There
on
are
the
guys
end,
here.
Down here we have Whitney. Whitney's relatively new. She's done a couple of live feeds with us, but I don't know that we've done. She's cut down a couple of videos with us. She's not done any live feeds with us.
Nope.
I don't think.
First live.
Of course, everybody knows Don.
What's up?
I'm Steve, and this is Alex. So we have lots of stuff going on in the world.
There's actually several things we want to talk about today. You want to lead off with anything? Anything going on in your mind?
So here's a story that was picked up. The Truth About Guns had it on there. It's about Bank of America. All right, and it's a story that's been out there for a while. But Bank of America has stopped its financing for anyone who sells, I believe, quote, military-style rifles or weapons.
Is it just the manufacturers? Yeah, of course. There's the.
I'll be the first.
There's
Where's
the where's Jen?
Don't worry about that.
Just a light, no biggie.
And then that light's in it.
What's up, Texas?
Jen doesn't work today. She works. She'll be here Saturday. Is her next day.
Yeah.
So she'll be here in a couple days.
Cool. So they are saying pretty much that they will not finance any type of firearms company that makes assault rifles or any military-style weapon going forward.
I say, good.
Cancel your account.
Let's not give them our business. If they don't want it, don't give it to them.
But do you think that will affect? I mean, they're so big. Bank of America is huge.
Well,
do you think that will affect?
Here's the thing. When you speak with volume, I mean, when
Sorry about that.
Oh, we're back.
All
Oh, we're
right,
back. All right,
we're
sorry
back.
about that.
I would go back a couple of comments for me.
Come here, Callie. Come here.
German Shepherd. Now go no the other direction. The guy with the Muslim name can't read it. Don't know what that means.
Okay.
So anyway,
hop up here, Callie.
when we had
I want to see you.
when our No Guns Equals No Money page, Facebook page was up and fully running, we changed policy locally from a regional or they're national, aren't they?
What, Bank of America?
No, I've got to do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I was making sure.
I mean, nationally for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's a national chain. You know, they're all locally owned and operated or whatever. But they posted up a no gun sign, and we put them on our No Guns Equals No Money policy. And they received 30-some thousand phone calls that first morning when you talked to the manager.
It was that many, but it was
It was enough for them to reverse their policy within a day.
Yeah.
So yes, you can hurt Bank of America a little bit if you have accounts there and you can pull them. So don't think that you can't just by switching to somebody else.
We always say, we preach in here on a regular basis, you vote every day with your money, your dollar. So choose where you spend it and choose wisely. So I hear a lot of people say, hey, you know what, there's a sign on the door that says no guns, but you know what, they don't know I have it on me, so I'm going to go in anyway. I would tell you, don't support them. You know, you shouldn't want to give that establishment your money, because the more establishments that you support and you spend money at, the more power you're giving them from a financial perspective, the more you're allowing them to use their profits to influence people who don't think the way you think. So whether it's abortion or firearms or whatever it is that you have a strong opinion on, spend your money at places that that share similar views.
Well put.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to affect a lot of people. I mean, a lot of businesses not being able to use Bank of America, and they will not say who they finance on.
You know, I think part of this is here's the thing. A lot of these places have already taken a stance against the firearm industry. I think this is part of this is a ploy for them to get a little bit of attention within the media. So they're getting a big push, and now they're going to get a bunch of. Right now, they believe, in their opinion, probably the majority of people who are out there watching social media, they're believing is probably more anti-gun.
So
And
do you believe
they're-
that benefits them?
Well, I think they're thinking they're going to get a boost out of it. So what it really comes down to is which group of people is willing to stand by their morals and their positions in a more stronger fashion. Do we put our money where our mouth is? Do we now say, okay, no problem, we're no longer going to support you as a bank, and anyone that's affiliated with Bank of America, do we now boycott them? So I know my family, we don't support businesses that don't support the Second Amendment. So regardless as to whether it's legal to walk in or not legal to walk in, or they will do business with us, but they're very anti-gun. If you are anti-Second Amendment, we as a family do not support your establishment or your organization.
Probably largely due in part to people like that. And Toys R Us going out. They were no guns, and you took gifts back that someone got from Toys R Us.
That's exactly right.
So, I mean, you have to stand for what you believe in no matter what it is. And little things, believe it or not, go a long way.
So a couple other things. I mean, we've had some new products come into the market. A lot of people are liking, but we've had some recalls on. Not necessarily a recall. How do you like the new Smith Easy 380 when you've played with it?
Wow, we made a big switch there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who we should talk to about this.
Yeah.
Whitney.
Yeah,
Whitney
I really
is our
like 'em.
star salesman on that gun.
Yeah, I really like them. They're very female friendly. I really point females to them. They're very safe.
Oh, that's kind of a chauvinistic
Okay.
thing to say, isn't it?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Because sometimes women struggle with racking the slide. I sometimes struggle with
Do
racking
guys not?
Some guys do, yes.
Okay.
Especially
So,
if you
And
have
if,
arthritis.
if they have trouble
big
racking
hands.
the slide,
so what you're saying is there are some new shooters.
yes. That,
We're gonna give her a hard time, by the way. She's new.
For the rest of the day.
Rest of her employment.
Yeah, for the rest of the plan.
That's kind of how it works around here.
All right. So new shooters that struggle, or maybe someone who has arthritis, you're saying it's a little easier for them.
yep. I really strongly believe that's probably the easiest to slide to rack in the shop.
Yeah,
After playing with all of them.
I don't doubt that a bit.
Yeah.
We used to go, our go-to used to be the SIG 238 because it was easy to operate. But the bodyguard is easy.
Loading. Easy to
Well,
load.
yep, it's got the
It's kind of like a like their M&Ps that have the
Like
little
the 22s.
the
Yeah.
spring makes it go down easy. You just load them in. I think it's an awesome design.
Maybe we'll have a video
Now
on
there
this.
is something that they are not calling a recall, but they're saying
Read that.
when you have when you have heavier grain rounds, you will sometimes engage the safety, and you can send that back. I believe isn't that correct?
They had
It's not a recall.
It's not a recall, but they had instances where the recoil would cause that safety to flip back up, and it's optional as to whether you send it back or not. And I think they've since fixed that. And you know what? And especially as of lately, most manufacturers have had some recalls. I know SIG had a.
Everybody has it.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you can't be expected to have figured out every issue with every product before it hits the market, and it's not until it gets into the hands of the masses and we start using it on a regular basis, and we can now then report back and say, hey, it's having these issues or those issues. And
Now
so-
I've shot it. I actually like it. Whitney, have you had a chance to play
Nope,
with it yet?
I haven't had a chance to shoot it yet.
So I actually like it. It's something that I think that a lot of people are going to just finally get into the market and get used to. I don't think a lot of people don't really know about it yet.
It definitely fills a niche over the other 380s on the market.
yeah.
So that's one of the new product spotlights we really wanted to talk about. And I knew it had something coming out where it had an issue, but at the same time, I don't think it's been an issue so far. You can get a manual safety version or a non-manual safety version.
You want to talk about issues?
Let's talk about it.
England. Woo!
All right.
They got some issues, baby.
You mean they're just finally in the news, right?
Oh, it's just finally in the news, yeah, but you want to talk about some issues, and if any of you happen to be from over there watching this, feel free to chime in on this one. Of course, you know it's been nothing but gun grabbing, get rid of the ARs, get rid of everything because, you know, the guns kill people. Well, Fox News released a story last week, I don't know if anybody's seen it, and the headline reads, London murder rate beats New York for a month as stabbings surge. So now guess what? Everybody got their guns taken away. So what are we doing as animals? Because at the end of the day, we're animals.
That sounds expensive.
Let's say that did sound expensive.
If they didn't hear it out there, something fell behind
Yeah, it
us.
sounded like a crash. So now they're talking about taking away knives because the murder rate is going up with knives. They're
I don't
just
think
going
they're talking about taking away knives. They're taking away knives.
I don't think is it actually happening? They have banned knives.
London has said the mayor there put out a statement saying to basically turn in your knives.
Turn in your
Turn in
mandatory.
You know what? I don't have my phone on me.
He has a story.
I hate to say that. Once Basil, do you have a phone on you?
The last report I have from Fox, they talk about the murder rate just last month and similarities of cities. Both cities are very diverse with large population. 8.7 million residents in London, 8.5 million residents in New York City. According to a British publication, there have been 22 killings in London versus 21 in New York just in March. So the people that are watching this, you guys are going to get it.
Oh, is this for me?
You guys are going to understand that, oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, we took away guns, we're killing each other with knives now. What we have to do is to make sure that you get this information, not this fake news crap, it's actual information. Get it to the people who are not leaning in the direction of trying to protect the Second Amendment. I mean, this is the stuff that they need to know. The end game of taking away guns is not going to solve these problems.
Hey Don, real quick, I saw someone say they lost the stream a minute ago. Are we on, guys? By the way, are we good?
You're
on live here.
Yeah.
We'd lost the stream for just a second early on.
Okay.
Apologize.
We're
for
good.
that.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Pointed knives.
So I don't understand the issue here, Don. So are we trying to fix something? Or are we trying to say?
London mayor says there's never reason to carry a knife,
Never.
and
Which they have a hashtag out for that right now.
Yep, you
It's
got a hashtag knife
knife free.
Yep, hashtag knife free.
Knife free or something like that.
Yep,
It's knife free.
knife
free. Got it.
KNIFE, hashtag knife free. So look that up. I mean, do you carry a knife, Whitney?
No.
What?
Nope.
You're not doing any more lives. Steve, you carry a knife?
I do carry a
I
knife.
do.
I mean, I've got my knife with me everywhere I go. I mean, what the hell? What's next? I mean, they're trying to take guns away.
See it?
After
What's that?
keep losing that, some over there just said they're losing the stream, but I don't see any issues in it.
Let us know if it.
Yeah, if you guys are not, if maybe it's just the one guy. So, is anyone else having an issue on YouTube of seeing stream?
Hey, our guy, thank you. Stream's good.
After
You're
murder rate passes, New York City London mayor, and I can't pronounce his name, Sadiq Khan, calls for sharper knife control.
Yeah,
That's kind of funny.
yeah,
That's kind of funny.
Sharper knife control.
London mayor announced crackdown on knives. So, I mean, I don't know exactly what a crackdown on knives means. It sounds like they're maybe not letting
I
people
think
have
random
knives.
searches of people.
Really?
Yeah,
They're saying they can go out and just randomly.
that was an article I saw. Of course, I can't quote it, so that's technically speculation. But from what I saw,
That's insane. So this brings us up to our next point. I know recently some cities, and I believe it was in a suburb of Chicago, has banned a certain type of weapon.
What they're calling assault rifles.
In the Deerfield,
They have 90 days.
They have 90 days to get rid of or turn in their assault
Show
rifles.
proof that they were transferred out of the area or mandatory turn-in.
I just don't get it, man.
Now, all the way up to even locally here in Indianapolis, a councilman or someone has proposed a bill to do so.
Yeah, I don't see that happening in Indiana.
I don't either.
No.
But
So what do you guys think about that? Now, this is something that is in the books. It has passed. It is good to go in Deerfield, I think it is, or something like that. Do you think it's unconstitutional? Do you think it's something that that shouldn't happen? Is there something?
I believe it's absolutely unconstitutional. B, if it stands, and I've said this many times in the past,
Yeah, me too.
if I lived in Illinois, I would gladly sell my land at a loss get the hell out and go to a state that is a little more
Which
friendly.
we'll take you right here in Indiana.
Indiana is a very gun-friendly state.
So this may be a little. I don't even know if you want me saying this. So.
We can usually count on not to say
Yeah,
something
usually,
stupid.
yeah, it's not stupid, but when do you think people will finally stand up and say enough's enough? I'm not turning my shit in.
You know, it depends on what you depends on what you call standing up. You know, how you define that. Are you talking about like
Stand
picking
up.
up their arms and
Stand up and say,
their
look,
ground?
I'm not turning in. If you want it, you're going to have to
No,
come take it from me.
You know, I at some point, yeah, it probably does come to that, but I don't think an individual should sit there and try to stand their ground when somebody comes to their house. They're going to lose.
The way it starts as an individual.
Not always.
One person starts the revolution, gets her going.
What else?
No, I was just talking about that. I'm surprised that you guys don't have more to say about it. I mean,
Well, I think part of it is we realize we are already treading on thin ice with YouTube, and so
Thanks, Beef.
we have to
Deerfield. All right.
Deerfield, yeah. We have to be a little careful what we say. We don't obviously we're trying not to lose our channel,
That's true.
which is
Can we
what.
talk about
So
that?
let's talk about that. Yeah.
YouTube has become
hell?
very aggressive towards the firearm industry.
And we don't want any marks or check marks or whatever the hell it's called on our channel, but they have been taking channels down for past videos, something along those lines.
Is the power thing not working on that? Make
I'm
sure
not
the
sure.
power portion's working.
It doesn't look like it is.
So
The show. All right, I'm gonna step away for just a second. You guys go ahead and talk about that. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting power to. My
So
phone.
YouTube, what you're watching us on right now,
sorry.
all of our videos, for the most part, especially that,
Yeah. I just unplug it.
it's all right. We're still on there.
Yeah, we're still in here.
All
Still
right.
on.
So we try to make sure that we are within the guidelines.
Sorry, the monitor went out. We thought we just lost everything.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think we are in most cases, and we make sure we've got a guy here who's checked everything for us to make sure. But
yeah, we try to stay within
Unplug it now.
within spec on YouTube, and because we don't want our channel down. I mean, we want to be able to put information out there, but the restrictions they're imposing are just, in my opinion, are just ludicrous. It's just too far.
No, it definitely
Yeah, this is working.
We've got lots.
It's
sorry, give us just a second. Steve's trying to figure out YouTube camera here.
looks
If
like
not, you're going to be losing power here.
yeah,
Please run, see if
yeah.
other
If you're not
trucking
before
cable
long, we might lose YouTube, but
So Steve, what do you think? What are some things that YouTube has done recently, and why have we went on the other platforms? And what are those ones?
Oh, so I mean, obviously YouTube's kind of taking their stance. We're doing our best to stay in compliance. So in essence, this is me talking out of both sides of my mouth because I've said don't support industries that don't support the Second Amendment, but at the same time, yet here we are, and we're in a pickle because obviously we have a big following on YouTube and Facebook. Both of those platforms are relatively.
a lot of it's the demonetization too, is where
I don't even care about the demonetization. I can
Well,
live with that.
Now-
But for them to threaten taking away that obviously is more of an issue.
I mean, there are other options out there, but so a lot of in social media and mainstream media, a lot of people who are kicked off YouTube were going to porn channels, just because that's the only place they could put their stuff
Well,
out.
then they said YouPorn or whatever it was called, Pornhub said that they will not accept it either now.
Right. Because they don't want to get wrapped up. And basically what it is this liberal voice just keeps getting bigger and louder and bigger and bigger. And there's not being nearly enough response from the opposing side.
Well, happens
It's
if
like-
you plug that directly in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. We're gonna lose the monitor.
Yeah. Who's the? My name's Steve. Appreciate the compliment.
That was very nice.
I don't usually get called a hottie, but I think today I
It
did.
happens.
And
Every
we're
once in a
Basil.
while.
Still no juice.
It's not looking like
Phone's not charging, so we may lose you here in a couple minutes. That's where Basil's working on that. So
Alright, I'm gonna try something else.
we've actually gone to a channel that contacted us a few weeks
Is
ago
your
called
box working?
Huge Tube. If you've not heard of it, it's UGE Tube.
Utah Gun Exchange.
So they have posted all of our videos at this point. And they are very, very Second Amendment friendly. So, yeah. So we're working on this
just now?
technical.
There's just that other side.
Yeah.
So now go ahead and unplug it and plug the whole thing back in so we can have video. It
Yes.
must just been.
So-
Steve
Does
can't,
does
Steve
anyone
can't
have
see
any
himself.
questions
He's
for us?
lost.
Do what?
Does anybody have any questions for us on here? Let's see.
Yeah, if
I just
you've got
talked about the
questions,
YouTube, so.
don't hesitate to post questions, and we'll try to answer as many as possible. To answer the question, at least the one guy, I'm assuming you were not talking about Alex,
No.
myself, or Don,
Wasn't me.
which leaves one person.
Me.
Yeah, Basil. This is Whitney. Whitney's relatively new. She's Whitney.
2 months.
2 very
You've
long
only been
months.
here 2 months already?
Yep.
Has it been that long?
already.
So Whitney's been here a couple months, and
Rapid hot
she's doing
was
a
absolutely
great job. Knows she's a great shooter, getting better all the time.
I'm gonna see if we have any questions.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
And can you get our questions to post back up on YouTube?
They were popping. They just
So,
there.
did you guys Utah Gun Exchange?
She's 18.
Utah Gun Exchange. Seems like they're doing a good job on there right now. To be honest
Yeah,
with you,
so-
they're rolling some big numbers.
So yeah, for those of you that want to go check it out, the Utah Gun Exchange, which is huge tube, right? UGE, TUBE. Be sure and check them out.
Don't look up huge tube. Don has done it.
I can only imagine what that might be.
Well, they called us, and the lady was trying to explain what their channel was, and they were new, and they were Pro 2A and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the name of the channel? So I'll look it up real quick. And I thought she said Huge Tube, so it turned out to be a porn site, and she just lost her shit. Cause
Basil, are we on full 30 yet? I know
No.
that we have requested it about a month ago,
Yeah.
and we have not had an
where-
they have not accepted it.
Where Full 30 is currently, they're trying to expand their servers to allow more content creators on the platform. Because up until now, it's been invite only. They're working to make it open, and when it does, we'll be on it. We already have our channel reserved.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
All right, so we'll eventually be on there. I mean, it's on there.
Full 30. We started a Twitch account.
We do have a Twitch account.
I don't know what it is or how it
It's
works.
super behind the scenes stuff. If you guys are video game people and like Twitch, we do some Twitch videos that are all live just like this.
We've only done a couple though, really.
Yeah, and it is definitely behind the scenes.
yeah,
There's no,
there's no table. It's
There's no sitting here doing it like we're doing now.
I'm in college, but that's close enough.
get them.
So,
Got the
guys, we
mic.
have about 5 minutes left. If you have questions on Facebook or YouTube, this is the time. Let us know. Anything else you want to talk about while we're sitting here?
Were there
answering
any other big current day topics that we had written down?
Nope, nothing on my stuff. You have anything?
I just had the London stabbings beating New York and shootings. Go figure. So
So what's everybody else think? Do you think that the Second Amendment, all drug busting over here?
That was our fault.
that was definitely.
So, do you guys think that channels like ourselves will be around much longer on YouTube and stuff like that?
I mean, if they don't maintain compliance, and then how far is YouTube going to go? When are they going to finally say, hey, look, man, if it has gun content, or you're talking about the ballistics of a 223
This guy
round?
says, what about GunTube? I didn't know there
Never
was.
heard of the gun tube.
We'll have to look
I
into
don't know.
it. Thank you for mentioning it. We'll look into that and certainly looking into others as well. My hope is that YouTube doesn't get any worse than they already are. Of course, they had the issue about a week ago now, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and that was tragic, but that just feeds their agenda once again.
I mean, maybe the person that did it was pretty liberal and did not meet the demographic or the stereotype of what.
Well,
What
everything that I read,
indicates-
she definitely met what you typically see with she's vegan, and just a really list of
She's
other
vegan. Obviously, she's murder,
Obviously.
right?
No, I mean not that, more of a liberal perspective. There was a whole list. I don't remember what it was. It's been weeks ago.
Yeah. No,
So-
I mean, obviously the fact that it was a female,
Sure.
the fact that she seems to be a little more liberal in her views. And
With firearms channels getting off of YouTube a little bit at a time, do you think that it's going to hurt YouTube at all with their advertising dollars?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean,
You don't think it's even going to touch
they
it?
are world. I mean, you get what we get a couple million or what over 1 million views on some of our videos. There's videos out there with hundreds of millions of views with people doing a stupid dance. I mean, that's where it all comes from. I mean, the guy that was the biggest YouTuber a couple years ago that just recapped all the big dances for the year. Remember that? 2 or 3 years ago.
What was it?
He just recapped all the popular dances for
Oh,
the year.
yeah.
And it was something, 200 or 300 million views per video. It's just insane. That kind of revenue.
I'd like to know what people are hearing, like why channels are getting their strikes and are getting shut down. Like what, you guys know? I mean, I know it's like if you fire something, assemble something.
Yeah, any kind of assembly. I can't remember the whole thing. Basically, we're just going to
do our best, try to stay. We're going to try to keep this channel open as long as we can, but we are also building our other channels. Guys, go out there and support. I know what we need to talk about. We created a Patreon.
It is not public yet,
It's not public yet,
but it is.
so very soon
correct.
that will go public, and that's the way a lot of channels are surviving right now.
And we're going to do like exclusive content on there, like
We will
with
do-
Jennifer, Kylie, you, Don, whoever.
Yeah. So that'll allow people to go and check out. And
So tell us a little bit about this, Basil. I see that you're the one that set it up. How can people talk to us on there or participate?
Well, as of now, like I said, it's not public. There will be, like the way Patreon works, it has different posts that we'll have, and we're going to have a video explaining a lot of it. That'll be coming out sometime in the near future, once we get it all sorted out.
how long till we go public with that? Do we know?
Basically, whenever I do 1 or 2 more things. So, hopefully.
So maybe by the end
Within a week?
Hopefully, yeah.
All right.
hopefully.
So within a week, hopefully.
And
our
are we just under Top Guns on there when they get it up?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly if it's anything other than
That-
just Top Guns. But
Yeah,
we'll have.
free speech. Something
Yeah.
like Twitter. You familiar with those?
I don't know what Twitter is. I don't.
You don't know what
Is it
Gab
Gab?
is?
Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll release a video and have links to all of our different platforms, including Patreon and whatnot.
I would love to do another live next week. If people have issues who want to post on the bottom, issues you guys want to talk about, anything, let us know.
Absolutely.
Most of the time people just bring us in news stories, we talk about them real quick, and then that's it. So if there's stuff you guys want to talk about next week, definitely let us know.
Absolutely. We good? All right.
Good?
Keep voicing your opinion, people. You gotta
Yes.
stand strong. Keep voicing your opinions. Vote with your dollar.
Vote with your dollar.
If you don't, we will end
Hey,
up losing the
we should
long
just call it
fight.
that.
Is that
V for vote.
V for vote? V
Vote.
for victory. Anybody else old enough to remember that movie?
I do remember. I was just thinking about that the other day. As a matter of fact. That's been a long time
Right.
ago.
That's been a long time. All right, guys.
Say bye.
Gab #1 for freedom. We gotta look up this Gab thing.
Uh-oh.
We'll look that up for sure.
I hope it's something.
Bye.
All right.